What's up, ladies and gentlemen? You are now tuned into the Black Ramen Podcast. Hey, how you doing? This is Chatty Patty, a.k.a. Madam Straw Hat, a.k.a. Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus, a.k.a. This is my... I just feel like I'm her. She's half black. I think she is, with hair like that. And I have with me...
Hello. This is Sleepy Bree, tea sipping Bree, struggling baby mama Bree. I'm doing the best I can, so I might be muted for a while on this one.
What's up, people? This is Derby, aka Sexual Chocolate, and yes, that is technically my fault.
Listen, we gotta take turns. We have to take turns, and it's fine. It's fine. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have an interesting episode for you guys. Very interesting, very, very spicy, very witchy, very magical, I would like to say. Ooh. So we would like to discuss two animes, same premise, different execution. We would like to talk about Witch Hat Atelier. Am I saying it right? Witch Hat Atelier?
Close enough.
It's all a matter of accents.
Yeah. All right, there it is. We like to talk about Witch Hat Atelier and Release That Witch. These are two animes the Witch Hat Atelier came out this season. Release That Witch came out last season. Mm-hmm. And these animes have been popping up relentlessly in both of our, social medias. They've been going ham. Release That Witch is a light novel, and it is considered to be a donghua, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a donghua. And it's animated. Chinese anime. Mm-hmm. And Witch Hat Atelier is Japanese, right? This was Witch Hat Atelier was highly anticipated ever since the manga came out. When Kodansha House a year ago, was it a year ago when they did the pop-up shop and you announced that you had a parasite? That was a year ago?
A little over a year, maybe a year and a half by now?
Yeah, it'd definitely be almost 2 years by now.
Yeah.
Okay, it was 2 years ago, and they were promoting Witch Hat Atelier all over the pop-up shop. Like, it was everywhere in the first part of the pop-up. So Kodansha was definitely pushing the hell out of this anime. Well, they knew by that time. I think we all had we all guessed that this was going to get picked up. The way they was pushing it, it looked like it was going to get picked up. So high expectations for Witch Hat Atelier. I invested in reading the first two volumes. Bree and Derby invested in buying the first volume, not knowing if the first two volumes. Okay, they did the first two volumes. Kudos to them.
We were told it was going to be phenomenal.
I mean, hands down, artwork, beautiful, animation, breathtaking, right? Okay, cool. Still, we could not put our finger on, like it wasn't grabbing us, and we did not know why until we sat down, and we want to sit down with you and tell you why. So let's discuss what we like about Witch Hat Atelier, and then we'll discuss what we like about Release That Witch. Now, Release That Witch, before we go any further, Release That Witch, I had no indication what this anime came from. I didn't know it was a light novel. I didn't know. It just popped up, right? The animation is This is not what I'm expecting from a Chinese animation, because usually Chinese animation, they sell everything in the studio to make sure they make bank. Like, it's phenomenal. It's beautiful. It's breathtaking. This, not so much, but you tend to forget about that because the story is that good. We just heard that Release That Witch is only 8 episodes. They're not coming back for more due to budget reasons. Okay. I don't know how I'm so highly disappointed about this decision, but oh well, got to keep the lights on, If we can't, store closed. Yeah. So now let's talk about what we liked about Witch Hat Atelier. This is going to be real short. Go ahead.
Just pretty. I'm done.
Let me break down a little more. Objectively, this is a phenomenal quality show. It is some of the most gorgeous animation you will see. Like, it is truly top tier in this day and age of top tier animation. They're drawn like every fiber of hair, every strand, I mean. The action looks really cool. Color is amazing. Musical composition is amazing. The world of artwork is absolutely gorgeous. We're just doing what we like, right? We can't talk about anything else. Just what we like.
Just what we like.
Okay. Premise, pretty interesting. One we've seen before. Little girl has to rescue her mom because she did a bit of magic and didn't know it was super disastrous, dangerous magic. So mom is crystallized through a spell that she caused, and she must now learn more magic in order to free her mom. And there's this really, really interesting antagonist group because in this world, magic is a secret. Everyone knows about magic, but they all think you have to be born a witch. When the truth is, anyone can be a witch, but the ruling witch body has rendered that taboo. You're not allowed to tell anyone. We're keeping this hush hush. Magic is all ours. And there's an antagonist group that seems like they want to spread magic and chaos through magic, but is going against this secrecy. Love that. Really cool villain premise group, gorgeous world building, and again, just from a production standpoint, fantastic. In short, as Derby said, it's pretty, and it also has some legs for where it could go. That is what I like. I'm being as fair as I possibly can by saying that. Did I do good?
Yeah.
Was I nice?
I think if I were to add to it's pretty, I agree with Brie. There's some side stuff that looks entertaining. And if they explore that more, maybe. But yeah, there's some side characters that look cool, especially some that haven't said many words at all. Like, I really like the brimmed hat witches. They look fun. I'd like to follow them.
Beautiful gowns. Beautiful gowns. In the words of Aretha Franklin, beautiful gowns. I thought the concept was very interesting, very intriguing. I love the fact that this girl who is obsessed with magic, who wants to become a witch, and when she does get access to a wand and her books and a spell book, and she just goes ham, practicing every day, not knowing that her wand is actually a pencil or an ink pen. And to me as an artist, that is like, I was like, oh, this is beautiful. So you mean you get to draw your spells? We'll get into that, Bree. We'll get into that. All right, we will get into that. Okay. Like I said, I love the concept. I thought it was great. I thought this was going to be a ride. Right. Animation's beautiful. If you do buy the first volume Breathtaking. I never seen slippers drawn so lovely. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I would definitely buy money for those Crocs. Just it's pretty shoes. Pretty shoes.
I said the show's pretty. I will never take that from it.
I mean, like I said, the concept sounds amazing. It does. You are like, what? What's going on? So it definitely pulls you in. So now, with that being said, we already said what we liked. Let's be completely bold and clear what it is that we dislike about Witch Hat Atelier. And I'm going to go first. They did not nail this concept. I do not have any feelings for any of set characters that we are introduced to. I don't care about the mom. I don't care about the girl. And then what's crazy is the world that we are exposed to is amazing. I want to venture out everywhere but where they are. Because where they are is completely boring. It's not, I don't know if it's time that they haven't put in to develop the characters or how the story's written. But again, there is talent to having 6 episodes and you relate to the characters so lovely. So I'm going to take that away about time. I just think it's not written well for me to love these characters and for me to want to engage with them, to go on this journey. It leaves me a little lackluster. And they're cute. Don't get me wrong. They're cute. You want to take them to school. Do I want to pick them up after, make sure they go home and mommy safe? No, this is not something that I like. I want them to get with.
Drop off there.
That's it. I want to care about the quest. I want to care about what's going on. And you would think with magic being the main component, you like, woo, magic, great. This is beautiful. Yes. It's limitless. The sky's, the limit right now, because you get to create this, you get to do this. That's not even pulling me in, because it's just for some fucked up reason, I'm not loving this. And I should, as an artist myself, I should love this. This is a girl that loves everything Cloverwork does. I don't know if this is Cloverwork, but Promise Neverland, I care about children. I'm really invested. Like when we watched Promise Neverland, I think Derby or Bree brought this up. We were all invested in Connie, and Connie died within the first 15 minutes of the fucking show. We was like, where the mommy? Where the dad? Where the kids? Like, where the other kids? Like, we're all sitting there like, oh my God. But I think it was because of the storytelling. Here we are being introduced to a child that's supposed to be adopted. Come to find out, she's in one of those glasses for the Christmas specials. You know, the snow cube. That's where we find Connie. So I guess I don't even know what to say. I'm not a professional writer. I just know what I like and what will grab me. And these children are not doing it at all.
So I think on one of the points you made where you want to care about the quest, I can't care about the quest because it doesn't seem like Coco cares about the quest. Saving her mom seems to be, as far as the first 5 episodes or 6 episodes, whatever's out right now, she does not really give a fuck. Like it's not on the forefront of her brain. It's barely mentioned. I think there's like one scene where she like thinks of her mom fondly, but doesn't think of the fact that, hey, you need to save her. So like when you're taking that test because a student made you do it, why? I'm here to save my mom. I'm not here for your approval. That should be kind of in there, right? Like this lady has no rank over you. The teachers just said to learn from her. He didn't say to take any tests. Why would you try it? So it doesn't fit.
Real quick, not only that, the teacher came back and had the nerve to be mad at Coco. Why the fuck you not mad at this black hair bitch?
No, he should be mad at Coco's though. Because I ain't tell you to fucking do that. But you here to save your mom. Like, right, I told you to do this. Go take this test. You know you can't do magic yet.
Yeah, but you still ain't yell at that bitch. You let that bitch go to sleep.
Oh, no, he should have too. But I also would be pissed at Coco. Like, what the fuck?
Listen, I feel like the energy towards people are going towards the wrong pupils. Like, I don't know. I just don't give a fuck about these kids.
Yeah. For a lot of it, it feels, whenever I hear somebody raving about this show, it feels a little bit like they read the manga and they're excited about stuff to come.
But we read the manga too.
No. I mean like deep into the manga. So there are some shows that are slow burns and then eventually it just clicks.
But it shouldn't take that long to love. To love the characters. That you that long to fall in love with the main character.
I've always said, like, my main example is always Steins Gate, which took me multiple episodes to give a fuck about this show.
But what about the main character? Wasn't there something within the first episode too that at least intrigued you about them?
A little bit, but not enough to care. Because again, I dropped that show multiple times until a friend like forced me, like, "Hey, watch the show," and I was like, "All right, fine." So I'm hoping that Witch Hat will do something similar. As of right this second, it hasn't.
Okay, can I say what I hate about it?
Yeah, we on the hate train now. Go ahead.
All right, cool. I completely agree with what y'all have been saying. The characters, I think, are the weakest part, especially when you compare them in context to other shows that we have around. So first of all, just talking about Coco saving her mom, we've had some great shows with characters trying to rescue their family. Rescue or repair something done to their family. Case in point, you got Full Metal Alchemist, where it drums home over and over. First, this was our determination to bring our mom back to life. Didn't work. Now it's our determination. I need to heal my brother and heal myself. That was a constant refrain, and you felt the weight of that. You've got Demon Slayer, where the entire time for the jump, you feel the weight of the trauma that happened to Tanjiro and his family, and never for a moment do you forget, like, he is determined not just to fight demons, but to find a way to save his last remaining family member. Like we said, Coco thinks about her mom like once in the first 6 episodes after it happens, and everything else just happy-go-lucky in a way that I found tonally off. The rest of the characters are all just a little flat and tropey. Like, among the witches, you have main character girl, who's the bright and bubbly one. Then you have Pinky, who's even brighter and bubblier. Then you have the black-haired one, who's just grumpy. And the blue-haired one, who's just the cool, quiet type. And even Chifri, the teacher, as much as people are jumping on his dick, we've seen this. This is Kakashi 3.0. At least Gojo added a little bit of flair when he spun off Kakashi.
Whoa.
Chifri has
He
added
mad
nothing.
flair. Stop. You behave.
Right? I'm trying to be generous. But yeah, you look at Gojo, you look at Kakashi, and you can feel they'd go out drinking together. They feel like whole-rounded, interesting personalities, despite having very similar, repeat, all-black, eye covered up, cool, mysterious designs. Chifri should have been another one. Pulling up, white hair, cool moves, one eye covered. Amazing, but he's not. I don't feel anything added. He's still flat. And my last note, the hats are dumb. The hats are dumb. They are very impractical, very tall. They don't got a strap under the chin or nothing, and these girls are flying around. That little circle hat is not staying on. We've all worn party hats, and you know the party hat doesn't stay on without a clip. The hats are dumb.
I'm gonna tell you why you think
obviously.
I'm gonna tell you why the hats are fucked up. Because the blackness in us don't like the hats, because that's a KKK hat right there without the mask. I'm telling you that right now. If y'all didn't notice that since watching the show, like it's.
I mean, you know, their faces were covered, so no.
I know that. I was like, what kind of Ku Klux white supremacy shit? But anyway, another thing I want to point out there before we go to Release That Witch. I feel like this is all the disrespect in the world. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I feel that the creator of this manga wanted this shit to be picked up. So what they did was they made sure that the elements that needed that studios would need to pick this up, well executed. I'm going to make sure that I have a great premise. I'm going to make sure the world building looks great, build it under magic, have everything like, you know, magic is, you know, drawn and everything, perfect, beautiful, illustrated art. So the studios will have a reason to pick this up as a flex. They look at this and it's like, oh, this will look good in the big screen. And I feel like they did this on purpose without sitting down, actually giving us real substance to any of these characters that we are supposed to be drawn to. Now, we've always talked about, world building is essential, but when your characters don't make you feel anything for them, that's a gamble. You know,
I want to follow someone else in this fancy world.
Yeah, like
in the mangaka's defense, I disagree. I don't think it was intentional in order to get it picked up. I think the mangaka is a better artist than they are a writer. They are a better artist than they are a writer. They can make things look gorgeous. They do a lot of beautiful things with paneling, designs, characters, world. But the story and characters itself, they haven't really built those up or crafted. It's very, very straightforward classic fantasy. I think that's it. I think that's it. About you. Is it intentional to go for the anime, or is it just they could not or did not write the characters that interesting?
It's a little tough to say it wasn't intentional to go for an anime, because I feel like any mangaka worth their salt is aiming for an anime. Like, you want your shit to be picked up.
Yeah, but you want your shit to be picked up and be executed. Like, you want people to buy the manga. You want people to be like, "Oh, this is giving us." This is
weirdly enough, I think that's working somehow, because I know my For You page is flooded with people talking about the collector's edition for Witch Hat. People love it.
They already have it. Yeah, it's already out.
Hey,
I don't know.
If you love it, enjoy.
This is not to shit on. No, this is exactly to shit on everybody. Now I'm just kidding.
Y'all are wrong.
I just feel like if you could sit there and turn magic into patterns, turn a wand into a ink pen.
Careful, you know Bree has things to say about this.
No, I get you. I understand. We're going to dissect that in a minute, and I totally agree. I feel like you should also be able to sit down and take the time to make us give a fuck about the characters. I feel like everything was focused on everything else but them.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that they can't do it, because if I could see you create a world as beautiful and as vast and as like limitless potential, you should be able to make me love your characters. But then again, I am not. This is from a perspective of a person who loves to read and knows what will grab me into reading and turning the next page. Mm-hmm. The world building and me giving a fuck about the person that's in that world. And if there's not one person I give a fuck about, and I don't care where you going, I'm just looking like, if I could watch that shit on mute and just be like, oh, this is beautiful. And we said that again, there's a lot of animes that we do watch and they were like, yo, this is just beautiful. This is just a flex on the studio. Bless you. And I just feel like this is one of those. I'm not saying the story can't be deep, but so much you can do with just a great world with characters that I don't care about. Yeah. And if you like it, kudos to you. Write in the comments and tell us, what is it that we are missing? We're open to it. What is it that we are missing that we are not catching that's not making us big fans of this?
Yeah, I'd like to enjoy this show too.
I would
everybody
too.
else having fun. I want to have fun.
Yeah. Right? Make me see what y'all see.
Yeah, one of the examples I always use is like sports anime. Like if the main character's team loses too many times, I'm annoyed because why am I not watching the winning team? Like, it's an anime. I should be watching the hero. I'm very irritated. And right now, I just want to watch the Brimmed Hat Witches. Everybody else does not matter. I'm like, who are they? Let's talk about them. Let's get into their backstory. Why have they decided to revolt?
In an age of censorship, it's hard to root for the people doing the censoring.
And they're not giving me a reason to deem that these are the good guys.
No.
Even if they're the bad guys, they're not great at being bad guys. They're not great villains either right now. They're not entertaining to watch for me.
So,
So release that witch, huh?
So release that witch. Let's go to release that witch. Release that witch, right? I'm going to say this. It's not an isekai. It's a reincarnation.
It is an isekai because he's from a different world.
Yeah, it's an isekai.
We don't. It is.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
It is an isekai.
Yes. Okay. I'm thinking about the magical princess that made me a princess. That's not an isekai because she gets reincarnated back into herself. It's the same world. Okay.
I don't even think she gets reincarnated. I think she just gets memories.
No, she dies. No.
We don't know.
She dies.
Oh no, I ain't finished it. So
I finished it. She dies at 16.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So she comes back and she starts all over again from the age of 3.
Got it.
Okay, so this is an isekai, right? Even though we don't see any glimpse of the world that this guy came from prior. Apparently, from where he came from, he's supposed to be at least in. I think he's dealing with logistics.
Yeah, standard salary man.
A standard salary man, and he dies from overexhaustion. From not meeting quota. He just said, "All right, fuck it," just died on his desk. So he comes into this world, and he's like, "What? I'm sitting right here. They're gonna execute a bitch? Who this?" So, right there, I'm intrigued because you just see the motherfucker just wake up in another person's body. I don't even know how the nigga looked prior to when he sat down, right? And then we have all of a sudden he's like, "Wait, we're executing her because she's a witch. That's it."
That's stupid.
Pause. Tell her, come put her in the cell. Let me see her. Let me talk to her. So long story short, he's like, hold on. If she's really blessed and she's really a witch, like that's not really a curse. I don't see her fighting for the devil because she could have killed everybody here if she wanted to, but she didn't. She don't have it in her.
One of the great things is the first thing he has to figure out getting into this world. Is magic even real, or is this just classic medieval kill the witch? Ha ha ha. Oh shit, no, that's real magic. Okay.
Yeah, she's hot. That's a fire. Oh my God. Like she burnt through everything. The story was just it's your typical medieval shit. But the way he maneuvers with what he's dealt with as a king, the way he's
Prince.
like the prince, the fourth prince. So I don't want to do too much. I don't want to spoil too much because I really do want you guys to watch Release That Witch. But this is a light spoil. So he is in charge of this particular, we could say the city.
Yeah.
His little
Yeah,
village.
like border village, pretty much.
His border village, right?
Broke ass, broke down border village.
Yes. And he sat there and he told his Secretary of State, let me see the books. He said, you want to see the books? You never interested? Let me see the books, nigga. This nigga
All
sat
the books,
there.
compile them just right. Put a little, get an Excel sheet going, you know?
That's it. He did. And I hate Excel. This nigga did it with pen and paper. No delete action, no whiteout, just ink. And he got going. See, now that's real magic right there. But we're not gonna. But he sat there and he went down, tried to make sure that the village is well fed. He went through the bases. Let's make sure we have the foundations of protecting the village. What's fucking us up? The winters, great. We need a fence. Where do we go in the winters? The next village? No, they're sucking up our money because we have to pay them to live over there, right? In those 2 months? No, we're going to do it here. Like everything is well executed. And then you know what's even crazy? Even though the title says Release That Witch, we don't see the witch for a good minute. This nigga did slime. He did I like the slime table talk. Now, if you don't know, me and Derby always say good slime table talk is strategy in getting the other nation fucked up. And I love this. He sat there, he even got the Secretary of State like, I didn't even know he could do this. He is smart. And by all means, everything he's doing is a gamble. Spending money that we don't even fucking have. He said, don't worry, we're going to get it back. How, nigga? What are you talking about? Like, he is moving accordingly, and the strategy is coming to fruition. Now, this makes me care about the Secretary of State, the main soldier, the black nigga with the braids or dreads that's training the army that came from another nation. You know who that is? The big dude? Him? I don't know who he is, but I need to know where he came from and why he's here. I know he's exiled. What did he do was that bad? And then we get a chance to be introduced to another witch on the low who's also of nobility. What?
Oh.
It's crazy. And peep game. The witches, when they get a coming of age, when they go through puberty, they go into a thing where they burn from the inside out for a day or two. And if you're able to survive, you're strong enough to withstand the pain, you're a witch. If not, you just turn into ash and somebody got to collect your body.
Well, let's make the ashes, I guess.
Listen.
Look.
All this, the witch that came from the mountains that said, yeah, I'm here to collect the... Nigga, the story is endless. The story is beautiful. I care about every single person. It's just a little village. It's not even big like that. It's just a village. I want to see the border being made. The nigga created cement. My nigga, he made cement. He made cement.
I gotta look that up right now. I gotta look up the formula because you know what? If I ever get isekai, I'm making cement. I don't know what I'm doing with it yet, but I got to memorize the formula
not
first.
Mayo?
Ka-ching.
Mayo seems to be the move.
Mayo's too easy to replicate.
enjoyed-
Restaurants down the street's going to
there
have
was
that
a-
in a week.
No,
I'd
there was
like
a-
to see them
There was
figure
a
out
show
cement.
that actually dealt with that idea where homie came through. I think it was Way of the Executioner or something. And he was like, oh, I could make mayo. And she was like, yeah, mayo's delicious. We have it already. Like, people been getting isekai here forever, bro. Like, we got it.
Try something
Try
new.
again.
Try something new.
Oh, well, he couldn't try anything. They killed him.
All right, there you go.
gotta
Yeah,
finish that show.
I just love this. Like, I care about everybody involved. Every interesting character that comes in front of me, I'm just like, you came from where? Now, That's my take on it. I love it. I'm mad that it's only 8 episodes. I sat there. I looked up the webtoon. Horrible trash. It's going on so fast, and it's like over 700 chapters. But you know what? This shit is so good. I might force my way and read this shit. I don't give a fuck. But
I need to know what happened next.
I need to know what happened next. Okay, your guys' take on Release That Witch.
Mine is simple. First episode, I was like, I could go out the way. Second episode, I'm like, fuck, this is good. Damn it, Patty. Because after the first episode, I heard that it was going to get canceled. I'm like, oh, I don't have to watch it then. And Patty was like, nah, you got to try it. And I'm like, fuck, all right, fine. Shit. He's doing politics. We love that. Like Patty said, yo, he's bringing out the books. I'm like, ooh, is that competence I see? Like one of my favorite isekai is called Realist Hero and how a realist hero saves a kingdom. And it's literally just him.
Budgeting.
Yeah, doing the books. Like he gets powers for puppeteering, and he just uses them to do paperwork. And I love it. So good. But yeah, like just the competence, the his right hand man who wanted like finance, like minister of finance title, and that's why he came out here. Just him and their whole interaction where he can like laugh at him. Like that's always fun. Like when a right hand man feels comfortable enough, like, yo, she thought you wanted to marry her. That's dumb. They want you to join the harem.
He said, no.
That's not what you're here for.
No.
I love the confidence of going, oh shit, there's magic. I can use that. No one else is going to use that. You idiots.
Yeah.
So just overall, like main character crushing it for me. Like just, oh, we got to go here and give them all of our food. All of our minerals or material. We're just not going to do that this year. We're going to gamble on us.
Yeah.
And I respect that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Matter of fact, let's do trade with the neighboring nation that they got beef with. Give them half price of whatever minerals we got. It's like, sir, does that make sense? It don't make sense after 2 months, nigga.
This guy pulled up saying, I'm going to make the Silk Road. They said, the Silk what? We don't got silk. It's like, it's
Don't
okay.
you
You'll
worry.
understand. That's what I love too. Just this man showed up competent. He didn't freak out when he woke up, random body, random place in front of a dinner table. He looked around, put 2 and 2 together and said, okay, this is isekai. I have been poisoned. I'm nobility. Let's figure this out. And the characters are interesting. Even if you don't adore them saying, this is my favorite, they're all interesting with backstories and details. We don't even get the details yet, and yet I am fascinated because it is setting up such an epic, amazing political power struggle fight. It lays out, okay, so you're this guy. You're the incompetent prince, you see, filled with debauchery. You got 4 siblings. You're all battling for the throne. So first you got to survive the battle struggle from the throne. And even then, it don't matter because it's a puppet throne. And you got to take on the church after that. Just the entire way it has laid out. This epic long battle started from the bottom, going all the way up. It just gets me so hyped. I'm excited. I want to see it because the confidence this man presents within the first episode or 2
You
is
have to
exquisite
have.
because you believe he could do it.
You have
He's
to
just
have
saying,
that
come
type of
along on the
confidence.
journey with
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
You have to have
Right,
that
I
type of
got this.
confidence. From the moment he saved that witch, he knew he was going to be in war with the church. And to be in war with the church is to be in war with everything and everybody and what they believe it's sacred. He knew, hands down, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep her. We need her. And we need all of the ones that are like her.
Right? Like I'm building myself an army.
Not only that, he made the other witch God. When that other witch healed that guy that didn't want to wear the helmet, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to come
Sorry for the spoils.
light spoils. This guy gets injured while creating the border, the wall, whatever. And she's like, no, I understand. I'm going to go save him. She has a healing power. This dude, and she practices, she does her magic in front of everybody. They like, oh my God, it's a witch. We need to exile her. We need to just, kill her. She needs to be executed. This nigga came back, smooth skin, no eczema, no burn mark, nothing in sight, and said, she is Hail Mary. This nigga went on his knees in front of everybody and was like, I'm a believer.
I mean,
She is the coming of Christ. This
Really?
like seeing that in a story and then top it off, it's not even as pretty as fucking Witch Hat. It's not.
No.
But it is so captivating to see what goes on, what takes in motion. And you know what? This nigga, this fourth prince knows exactly the consequences of everything that's about to happen. He's banking on himself. Every single strategy he has an answer for. Oh, we need this food here right now. I want all the food here. Don't store it yet. I want everybody to see how much food we got because I want everybody to believe that we could survive the winters in our home. He banked on himself. He knew how to talk to people. He knew how to get people on his side. He knew how to turn niggas that did not believe in him at all into believers. This man, if he was doing my taxes, I'll let him, hands down. He was just amazing. Sorry, I had to go to another praise. Go ahead, Derbs.
No. I was just singing. I believe. I believe. I believe.
I'm a believer. I believe. This is definitely what the ones. Now, I also had an issue, right, with the fact that maybe these two can't be in comparison because the only thing they have is witch on the title. To be honest,
Yeah,
that's it.
that's about it.
And I thought this wouldn't be a topic of discussion, but the reason I feel like this is essential for us to talk about is like, it's okay to be pretty. It's okay to be gorgeous even. But is that going to hold out? And we have this discussion all the time, every year when it comes to anime of the year, when it comes to anime of whatever, when it ever comes to a story, is this good enough to give it praise? Because you can give praise for all different reasons. You can give praise for beauty, give praise for great storytelling. But I feel like when it comes to like great storytelling, it can hold its own. But being just pretty,
We're talking about Witch Hat.
yeah.
Yeah. I think.
But then we talk about we could
Yeah,
assess
but I
this
think
on everything though.
that part of its dilemma, again, for me personally, is the comparison they keep doing with it with Freyrin and Dungeon Meshi. And no, you're not.
Straight to jail. Straight to jail.
And I think it hurts the show and the manga drastically because when I did not go into the manga blind, I went in expecting Freyrin and Dungeon Meshi, and when I didn't get it, it made me angry. I was like, oh, no,
But it's not wrong
and
to
now I'm just
accept that.
noticing even more flaws because you didn't let it. You told me to compare it to the greats, so I'm comparing it to the greats, and it does not match.
Because people are obsessed with the number 3 and they keep saying the new fantasy big 3. It's like,
That doesn't
oh,
exist.
stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to
But
tell
even
you
if they
right now,
weren't
it does not
comparing-
exist.
Even if they weren't saying it with the whole fantasy big 3, if they were just saying like, "Oh my god, it's as good as Full Metal," that's a problem because it's not.
You know
Maybe it could be, and again, I'm judging anime only because I can't say if the manga got overwhelmingly better. I've always said like, yo, a lot of manga, like, yo, if you start them out, they start off kind of weak because the artist is new. They were trying to get like 2 or 3 one-shot ideas into one chapter. You know, it comes out a little wonky, but it levels out like around chapter 10, 12, you know, something like that. So maybe like there was a scene at the end of the last episode that made me go, ooh, Kifri might have something there. But it was like 2 seconds.
Of hope. And that was
right.
it. But to be fair, I do see how people can say it gives you that remnants. Like Witch Hat Atelier gives you a little smell of it might be like free rent territory because of the magic in the world building, right? Other than that, that's it. That is it.
But I feel like any show set in something of a high fantasy setting would give you that feeling.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You
saying.
don't automatically compare it to that.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't. I think comparing it to Free Rent is a disrespect to Free Rent and Dungeon. Delicious
And it
Dungeon.
hurts Witch Hat because now I'm expecting a 12 out of 10, and you give me an 8. That hurts its score.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's the thing though. Like, that's for a lot of animes because we sit here and we throw these expectations to them, and then we're like, we get disappointed when it doesn't lead up to, it doesn't fill up the shoes. And we do that a lot, I think, as watchers. But I think I drive them up.
There's some shows that pull off living up to that hype. Like Dungeon Meshi, I feel like lives up to it. And Freyren.
And Freyren does.
Freyren,
the only similarity between Freyren and Witch Hat is, I guess, a medieval fantasy setting and the fact that they're really pretty. I feel like that's the only thing. Because I would say the magic system in Freyren is more interesting. But I'll get into that later.
Okay. So now we got some questions we need to ask each other. Okay. Now I'm going to go to you first, Derby. Which is the better anime out of Witch Hat and Release That Witch?
It's a little unfair since Release That Witch will never finish. And just on that alone, if Witch Hat manages to finish its series or its season at the very least, I think it ends up being better. Simply because it's a proper completed work, whereas Release That Witch is like half a book that's undone. So it's hard to claim like, oh yeah, it's better when it could have shit the ending.
Okay.
You got to stick the landing all the time. So, and it didn't. Unfortunately, it ran out of money, so it can't compare.
Okay.
It gets an incomplete, if you will.
Okay, Bree.
If it's which one do I like better? Easily Release That Witch in a heartbeat. I was way more invested, way more excited. But if it's saying which anime is better overall, then Release That Witch wins in terms of, I'd say, story and characters, but in every other aspect, Witch Hat does crush it. So as a show, as an anime, just the directing is too good, the visuals are too good, the musical soundtrack is too good for Witch Hat Atelier, that they are so top tier and impeccable that they can bring down the low score. If this is a group project, you got 2 Ds and the others are straight A's. And that's enough to make Witch Hat technically a better show, although I'm bleeding inside as I say that.
Ditto.
Okay. So, both of y'all mute up. Fuck y'all. I think Release That Witch is the better anime. Witch Hat Atelier could come out with 3 seasons and Release That Witch will still be 10. Release That Witch can never finish and just give us that 8. It is still that powerful and still that better of an anime from the 2. Then I will put my hand and be like, Release That Witch is top tier to me between the 2. Yes. Like, it's still, the soundtrack, the character design, the animation for Release That Witch is not better than Witch Hat, but it still deserves respect. It still can be put in the room and still be talked about because it's that shit. Like, it goes in deeper. What I would like to have the same amount of money and budget as Witch Hat Atelier. Yes. But did it have it? Nah. But that's the dream. But since it didn't have that, it's still better to me. I still think it's a better story. I finished Release That Witch in a day, my nigga. I went to work conflicted. Like, why is this just 8? I went to sites trying to look up, why is it 8? To find out these niggas ain't got no money yet? Like, nah, this is capitalism at its finest. Like, this is just dirty fucking money. Like what backdoor dealings had to go for more than 8 episodes to really be released? Like, I don't give a fuck. Let's do it. Come on. But I'm left with just 8. And Witch Hat Atelier, they could have had fucking every great voice actor could have been on this project. I still would have said, no, it's not doing it. And as an artist, for me, because a lot of people tend to say, like, if you're an artist, you're going to like this because of the concept of witch magic has to be drawn. Yes, Bree, I see you. I see you. And I don't want to go into a long rant because we got other questions that we got to answer. Okay. I just feel like Release That Witch would have always been 10 times better any day of the week if it stopped at the 5th episode. it still would have been better than Witch Hat, my opinion. Okay. What did each anime deliver that the other couldn't?
I think we've gone over that. No,
You think we can leave that alone? We did that already, right?
We can reiterate. I think interest in the characters and a little more serious of the tone. I think Witch Hat. Am I still too loud?
no.
I think Witch Hat keeps going a little too light, a little too Ghibli, a little not even Ghibli. Ghibli goes darker than this. Witch Hat is staying very light and cheerful, and even though it almost touches on some darker elements, it keeps like shying away from that, like they're scared to let it go grim. I think that's a disservice to it. It would be way more of an interesting story if you let some of the fear marinate a little, let some of the grimness marinate a little. There's a one moment in, I think it's episode 5 or something, when they're facing the dragon, and one of the girls just looks down and says, "I don't want to die." And I think that was one of the best moments of the series. Not because I like torturing kids, but it had this weight and serious that cut through all the happy-go-lucky positive lightness, and that was amazing. I want to stick with that and see more.
Yo, that's a hard sell. I forgot to put this in. For us being parents and not give a fuck about them kids, that's pretty bad for the writer.
They tried too hard to make them cute, so I didn't even find them a little cute. I did not find them endearing. That little witch who heals in Release That Witch, oh my god, adorable. She's a delight.
But still, like, you know, I'm still over Phil over there from Promised Neverland. But they giving him cat lips, like, and it's not even the way he's drawn. It's just the way Phil just made you care. Phil was in what? 1.5 episodes talking about I knew? Nigga, what? You were back here practicing the whole time? You knew it was coming? Yeah,
You the nigga that just been staring at us through the bushes? Camera making everything feel weird, and it's just Phil.
Love it. So the next question I do have for you guys, I think we answered this too, but I'm still gonna want us to elaborate on the show. Number of episodes. Witch Hat Atelier has 12. Release That Witch has 8. Does that make a difference in productivity? And I feel like Derby did say yes. It did make a difference in productivity, because if you're not finishing your landing, you're just incomplete.
Yeah, you've given me an incomplete work to judge, and I can't. It's incomplete. Like, if you were in school and you turned in a paper that was supposed to be 10 pages and you gave in 5, you have failed. It's just what it is. I don't care how stellar the first 5 pages are. I need the second half of that body and the conclusion.
Bray?
It's disappointing. But it depends on if you have time to finish. I agree with that, because you can be short and get a lot done. Like I always say, Taco P. What was that? Like 6 episodes?
6.
Exquisite. So it's what you do with the time, and that's why, again, you shouldn't need like 10 episodes to make me like a character or be interested in them. It's a problem if you can't get me in episode 1. It's a huge disappointment if even by the second episode I still don't really care.
I do agree that you do have to, if you start off, finish right. But the reason I'm so lenient and just like, all right, I'm going to let this slide, just because it's not even their fault. It's just budgeting, and what they did with the time that they have was remarkable, was beautiful, was epic. This is how witches are supposed to. This is how a man being isekai with little to no knowledge of this fucking nation supposed to execute shit, and he did it well. I got me another slime with witches in it. What more do you want? What more do you want? Another isekai for the fucking win, ladies and gentlemen. An ending? All right. Give me money. Give the money. Give the money. It's just weird, because you look at some projects, you're like, why did this get this and why did this get that? It is what it is. You can't if it was up to me, I'd give them all the dollars they could to give me everything, possible. But if they don't have it, knowing how this is something that, money is everything, and not all of us have it, right, Brooke? Not all of us. And she said, let me say something.
Yeah.
Let me say, come in, let me talk to you for a minute.
I'm talking to the mic.
Give me the mic.
I got words.
Come here. I know she knows we talk about her. But yeah, it's not something that they can control. If they don't have the budget, they just don't have the budget. But They still came to work every day knowing that this shit is not going to be finished. They gave us the best work they could possibly do, I feel, even though they know that this wasn't going to be finished. And they still released it knowing that this wasn't going to be finished. They knew off the bat that this was not going to be finished. And they came into attendance every single day to the last day. They were all there to turn off the lights.
They did what they could. I just can't judge it fairly because it's not done.
Yeah, they blew this shit out the water. So that's my opinion. Okay, so there we go. That's it for that question. Let's see. Bree has. I'm gonna let Bree start it off. Go ahead, Bree. She has a very
I got a quick question that I had. A lot of times I hear people who are celebrating Witch Hat Atelier say like the magic system is so interesting, it's so unique, it's so amazing. It's like magic is art. You draw spells. And I sat there for a second, I looked and like something's not adding up. This doesn't feel like magic is art. This doesn't feel like art to me. The way it defined the magic system was a set of specific patterns that, yes, you use ink and a pen to create, a set of unique specific patterns with their own meanings that combine to form spells. And I thought that sounded really rigid for art. What that sounded like to me was writing. Like a set of unique patterns that you string together to make a spell. A spell isn't a piece of art. It's not a drawing at the end. It's a sentence. Unique characters combined and recombined are letters, or in the case of like kanji or Japanese alphabets, symbols or like hieroglyphics. To me, that didn't sound like art. So I wanted to ask someone who does more art, because I'm not much of an artist. Do you feel, looking at Witch Hat Atelier, that the things they're creating are works of art to make the spells? Or is it too rigid and, like I'm kind of arguing or thinking, that's a writing system making sentences. A spell is a sentence, and the circle that has to be closed is just a period at the end of the sentence. Closing the sentence activates the spell. It's too rigid of a system to really be like art. So using a pen and paper isn't just for drawing, it's also for writing. Patty, what do you think?
Well, when you say it like that, bitch, I'm sorry, I don't agree with you. I think art is art. Whenever you make a pattern, when you make patterns and you make certain shapes and forms and they all come together.
Gretchen, you cannot make certain shapes and forms. The shapes and forms in Witch Hat, at least so far, are rigid.
I think they're shapes and forms. As long as the circle is complete and the artwork is complete, unlike me, because I never finish anything I start drawing. I would never be a proper witch in that world. My spells would be all over the place. I might kill somebody. The fact that all of these certain lines and ridges, even though they are patterns, if they are patterns from left to right, they still have to be equivalent to each other. They still have to be in a proper space, shape, and set in order for it to just complement the left and the right.
That's
and then
grammar.
That's
grammar.
It's still art.
But what I'm saying is
writing is art.
That is the thing I have a problem with, because then by that logic you can say anything is art. In Full Metal Alchemist, the alchemy circles are also art, and when people say it's art as a unique magic system, magic system, I think, to me, that sounds like they mean the finished spell is a picture, and I'm saying not really, any more than like writing down notes is not a picture.
If you're doing a pattern, yes. If you could take those letters and make them into a pattern,
you can make it into art, but it's not art itself.
It is.
Like, it's a notepad, not art.
It's still art.
My grocery list is not art.
If it didn't...
Like, if we're defining like that, but I mean, is it a unique magic system? Because by that logic, every magic system is art. Yes. If you cast with a wand, that's a dance, and therefore it's art. So that means it's not a unique magic system in Witch Hat.
The reason is unique.
Witch Hat unique as an art system?
The reason I think it's unique is because not everybody can execute each symbol to make it look the well proportioned that it's supposed. Because I remember reading that when she did with the patterns within the circle, they had to match the ones that were on the left and in the right for order the patterns to look identical. And what executed those symbols was the circle. as well.
But
So
where's the
I look,
artistic creativity? That's what I'm saying. Isn't that too
can you
rigid
do
to
that?
allow for artistic creativity? I
Can you
didn't
do
say
that?
skill. My
Okay.
handwriting sucks, but that's
Uh-huh.
handwriting. It's not about artistic creativity. It's about matching a specific set pattern in order to convey a meaning.
Well, here's the
Patty, I
thing.
can't
You know
fly a
what?
plane. I wouldn't call it art.
Wait, hold up. The reason there's a creativity element in it is because depending on how big or how small you do those symbols will determine where set water is going to be aimed, where how much pressure you need in what angle the fire is going to shoot out.
Patty, that
That's
sounds
the
like
creativity.
physics.
That's the no, it is.
That's just handwriting.
That's
Whether you
precision. No,
capitalize
that's
or
precision.
Wait, so
lowercase,
physics
whether
is
you
art?
bold or italicize,
Yes.
that's grammar.
That's precision. Can you do precision with both different patterns
Precision
on each
is an
side of the
art.
page? It is an art. It is an art. You have to be
Yeah.
able to do it.
Well,
it is art.
I think, Patty, I
There's
can
art and
accept that it's
creativity.
Patty. I can accept that it's art, but by that standard, you would have to cave on Bree's stance that it's unique in any way, because it's not. Because
mean-
everything is art.
It's not all right. Okay, I could say that maybe it's not unique, but you still have to have a set skill to execute what they
No
do on
one's
paper.
denying that.
You
that
absolutely
they're
need to have
skillful
skill.
in what they're doing.
Yeah. So I feel like, and then there is a level like you do have to practice and practice and practice in order to get that skill set right. But you also need the passion to do that. And I do feel like as an artist, this nails it for me. I can see this is art. This is art. Now, the creativity aspect of it with spells, I don't know so much because I stopped reading. So I'm thinking maybe you could create your own spells depending on set patterns. If
That's
you
what I'm
put two
hoping.
and two together,
That's called
what I'm
writing a new
hoping.
sentence.
No,
That's
no,
what I mean.
It's
So
still
instead
art.
of saying
No,
art,
no.
think, is it a drawing or is it writing? Is it drawing or is
Is it a
writing?
problem if it's both?
Yes, because the argument here is
Why?
that Witch Hat Atelier has a unique magic system because it is based on art, as in drawing spells instead of, say, saying spells. I'm saying
Right.
it is not a unique system because it is not based on drawing. You are writing the spell just like you would write a sentence. And I do not find that to be a unique magic system.
I think is unique, not just because it's. I totally agree with you. I just think it's unique because I haven't seen this before.
Well, Full Metal had circles that had to be specific.
But is that magic or alchemy? Is alchemy considered magic?
Yes, it is a power system, magical power system. They just say it's more science-based, but can you do that right now? If we can't do it right now, then it is a form of
Yeah,
magic.
I mean,
or
by
power
your
unaccessed
definition,
to
like,
this
yeah,
world.
they drew the circles in public all the time if they had to. And
With
some of
precision
them-
and practice.
Okay, then I consider that art.
All right. That's
Yeah, I
all we're
just
saying.
did
It's just when people are. I think Bree's simply saying, like, when people are claiming that it's an absolute unique art form to, like, unique magic system to use art as magic, is like not really, because
I think
multiple
it's-
people have done similar.
We've seen it,
things.
but it hasn't been said. Like
Yeah,
we look at
But that-
alchemy, we
that-
don't look at it as art.
so
but
it's
this
unique-
is seen as art.
yeah, it's
It's
unique
unique as-
in saying it out loud, maybe,
Yeah,
but that's
that's
about
it.
it.
That's it. It's not something that is not done before, but
exactly.
it's still art.
It's something that wasn't emphasized before, but it's always
Yeah.
been there.
Yeah, that's it. I would say that. It's not creative, but it's still art.
Okay.
Okay, so she's
Handle
not
that.
fighting with me. Okay, now another magic that I want to talk about, which is a beautiful anime called "Even a Replica Can Fall in Love." Ladies and gentlemen, this is my new love romance. Whatever you want to call it, this is pure magic. There's not a drop of disappointment from episode 1 to whatever we started with 5, from 1 to 5. I love it. I think it's beautiful. I think the story is this is a unique story. I think this is a unique story. I think this is a new
No, it isn't. I'm sorry.
no.
That kind of is.
Okay.
I mean, sure, there's like, I think there was like an old Family Guy or Simpsons episode that basically joked about the fact that there are no unique stories anymore. You can always find stuff that kind of matches it.
Yeah. It's just how you put your signature on it at the end.
Exactly.
So which I love.
It's definitely unique to itself. It's just, yeah, obviously I could find stuff that matches it if I try hard enough.
Yeah. I love the story because it deals with depression and anxiety and like Real quick, it sets off with a girl who is going through it. She doesn't want to go to school. She's just depressed. And one day she wishes so much that somebody can go to school for her. And boom, she sees a duplicate version of herself in front of her. And she's like, hey, wear my uniform, go to school. I'm just going to stay in bed. All right, cool.
The dream.
Yeah, the dream. But then you start to realize that the replica has their own set feelings, their own set emotion. And you're like, wait, you're more than a replica. You're actually a person, like a real person who has their own set of dreams and goals.
Kind of.
Is she not?
It's a question, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm asking you, is she not?
No, it's the question the show is asking. Is my point. It's kind of left up in the air because humans kind of die when they're run over by trains.
Yeah, but that doesn't take away the fact that
Spoils.
Yeah, spoiler.
Spoils. Okay, spoils. My bad.
Massive
So
spoilers.
yeah, I just found this show to be so refreshing and so beautiful, and this is going to be my go-to for this season. I absolutely adored it. The moment I finished episode 3, I called Derby and I was like, yo, listen, you gotta watch this. Put Bree in a headlock, tell her she gotta watch this. And they caught up, and I just absolutely love the show. I don't know where they're going with it. This is what makes it absolutely phenomenal, because you don't know where they're going. You just have to show up for the ride. I love it.
No, it's a wonderful show. I have very few notes. Yeah, it's pretty enough. It's not, the most gorgeous thing we've ever seen. That's Witch Hat right now. Yeah, it deals with the teenage anxieties pretty well, as far as I can remember. Nothing that bad to me. But yeah,
My only issue is that it stopped at, it looks like it should stop at episode 5.
100%. I very much hope they move to other people, because I think it was a pretty perfect ending for where it stops. So don't ruin your perfect work.
So I do believe that if it moves on to other characters, it might be just as good. I just hope that they can do this landing well. And if they can't, just leave it at 5. I
ran out of money.
I mean, let's see what happens. I love this show. I think the show is amazing. I like, just when you think you know what's going on, boop, psych. Like it just hits you with a curve in every corner, and I'm obsessed with this show. I'm really obsessed with this show. My notifications are on for this one, and yeah, thank you Crunchyroll for this one. You don't get a lot of thank yous from me, but this one you definitely got one. Yeah, this is a show to watch. Don't forget, guys, if there's anything that you want to talk to us about, especially about Witch Hat and why we should stick to it, definitely hit us up in the comments.
Yeah, I need help.
What it is, I need to figure it out.
I need a reason to keep going.
Yeah, we all need a reason to keep going. And yeah, don't forget to follow us, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to we have merch. It's on our link tree on our Instagram. And I'm sitting here ignoring Bree. Is there anything you want to say? You good? Okay, yeah, she's good. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to tune in to Black Ramen Podcast every week. We're doing our best to make sure you get your episodes every week. We will come in our next episode. We should be talking about mid-season spring anime and tell you what is taking over our hearts, other than even a replica can fall in love. That's our number one. Well, that's my number one.
Whoa, yeah.
And with that being said,
peace.
Bye.